For no reason at all, just to show you my t-shirt. Wile E. Coyote, super genius. Good, eh? I used to be fitter, I used to be lighter, I used to be faster. But not fast as in coming from a place of real speed, or fitness from a place of real YouTube fitness. No, I'm coming from a place of middle of the pack, if not middle of the back of the pack. And now I've gone from middle of the back of the pack to back of the pack. So the goals aren't huge, they're not up here, which really should help you as well, thinking, oh, I can never achieve that. It's not about achieving somebody else's goal, going for your own. This is the Comeback Project. Week 1. I've been running social media channels regarding mental health and fitness and running for about 3 years now. 3 years ago, I was pretty fast, thinking, here I go, I've cracked running. Onto even better planes. Unfortunately, those planes didn't exist, and I've just been going on a downward slope ever since. It hurts from a fitness point of view, but even more importantly, it hurts from a mental point of view. If you're seeing goals that you've achieved getting further away, but you're still training quite regular, what's going on? That almost leads to, why should I bother? Just give up. Nah, that's not my style, and it's not yours. We can do this together. Even from launching the pilot episode, if you haven't watched it yet, go back. I've had so many people reach out to me, direct messaging me saying, I'm in a similar place, Al. I'm going to be excited to follow your journey, Al. And it's going to hopefully inspire me and motivate me to carry on or start my journey. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The Comeback Project is for everybody who is struggling, who's thinking about starting, who's at their day one, or can't even think day one is there, or doesn't know where their day one is. Whenever you're watching this, if you're out there, you're lost, you're struggling, join me, and together we can smash it. Okay, I'm the heaviest I've been in years. Yeah, so what? I'm going to make some YouTube episodes where, what, I lose weight? No, this isn't a weight loss program. This isn't a story about how many pounds I lose. Although I do lose a lot of pounds on the GGs. Horsies. This isn't a weight loss story. This is a rebuild. Rebuild body, fitness, and mind. They're all linked. Don't just think, oh, everybody else just talks about the fitness and the body. It's the mind we have to deal with as well. And mine's completely knackered. Oh, time for my movie trailer. In a world where shortcuts are everywhere, I'm choosing the long road. No hacks, no quick fixes. Just consistency, sweat, and honesty. Does that sound too hard? No. We can do it. Or maybe it's in a more masculine tone. We can do it. I'm doing this old school way. I'm doing it the personal best way. Yeah, the harder way, but it's more fun, right? And this is week 1. Week 1. Count them. That was quick. Starting with a benchmark, the MoRun. This is where I'm drawing that line in the sand. So I know exactly where I am, and I know exactly where I need to go. Over to Al at the benchmark run. Now a benchmark run isn't a PB run. What's a PB run? Both are full out efforts, yes. But a PB effort, you're at your peak of your physical fitness, and time is all important. Benchmark, big effort, everything I've got really, but I've got goals set and I know what I want to achieve, but I've got an A to B and a C goal. And even if I don't get the C goal, not the C goal, even if I don't get the C goal, I can still use that information. Hello, you alright? So the benchmark is really going to be just for information. This is where I am, this is where my fitness is, this is what I can do with maximum effort. So there's no pressure compared to a PB run. Full on effort, but no pressure. Just information. What I can do and where I can start from. This is the start of the benchmark run. MoRun 10k. Goal A would be 63 minutes. Goal B would be 65 minutes. Goal C is what I'm kind of looking at, 67 minutes. I always burn out quick. I just go full on effort because that's the only thing I've ever done. So I'm going to try and be more sensible here and actually take the first kilometre easy. It's a 5 kilometre lap course, so I'm looking for the second lap to be my fastest. So that's another win if I can do it. It's about time. Benchmark run, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I always go off too quick. It's the adrenaline. Everybody else is running, or is it because everybody else is quite slow and you feel, I can go faster than this? I think it's a case of the monkey getting out the cage. Have you heard of that? Or the swan out the box. You definitely haven't heard that. But it's just your mind getting ahead of you. You want to go fast. You want to do something impressive. So you want to challenge. But then you just get absolutely knackered after a few kilometers. So you got to hold back. And this is what I did well. For one of the first times, I had an idea of going through the first kilometer in around about 6 minutes 50. I went through the first kilometer in 6:48. Bang on! As for race strategies go, I'm winning because I've never had a race strategy before. So, win! Oh look, there's Hayley. Hello Hayley. And she's got the correct clothes on. I haven't. Every kilometer after that still seemed to be working well. I was doing the pace I wanted to do, and I was being consistent. What's helped me recently is my sports watch had stopped working for around 3 weeks. So I was running purely just from feel. And I think that's actually helped me. Get that sports watch back. I'm not checking it as much, and I used to be terrible for it every 10 seconds. I'm still checking it, obviously. I've changed some of the data screens on the watch as well, and I think this is going to help me too. Because if I see that the time's getting away from me, that can affect my mindset, and I start giving up quite quick. Everything becomes so much more difficult when you realise the pace is getting away from you. I used to be looking at average pace and current pace all the time. I've changed my data screens. Now I'm just concentrating on lap pace. I'm doing lap pace because I'm breaking things down. I'm just running every race 1 kilometer at a time. If I have a bad kilometer, it's gone. Move on. Concentrate on the next. That's all it's about. Just breaking up runs, whatever distance you're doing, whatever it is. Just break it up into little bite-sized morsels of kilometer goodness, or whatever kind of goodness you want. So here the plan worked really well up until kilometer 7. Those little bite-sized pieces of goodness were great. But then kilometer 8 and 9, I was starting to run at around 7 minutes 10 per kilometre. That's not the plan. Lap 2 I was supposed to be getting faster. Last lap I managed to pull some time back, but it didn't go to plan. So, kilometres 1 to 7 did well. Kilometres 8 to 9, not so much. Kilometre 10, kind of back on track. I want to run the second lap faster than the first. That didn't work. There's things to be learned from this. But I'm too tired right now to work out what they are. Over to Al at the end, with a very nice moustache. Medal, obviously his moustache is just tragic. Around my neck, there's the medal. That course is a little longer than 10k, so the tracking came through on 10k. It said I was around just under 68 minutes. So that's not my A or my B or my C goal, but it's still information I can use. I'm chasing the best person Al wants to be. See what I did there? I need to get my weight down, but I know it can't just purely be weight why all these times that I'm running are so much slower. Something else is going on. That MoRun was the slowest I've ever run it. 4 attempts. Slowest I've ever gone. I set myself goals. The A goal, the B goal, and the C goal. Well, I failed all of those. I also had another goal of running the second lap faster than the first. Well, I failed that goal. So I set myself 4 goals for that benchmark run. And I failed all of them. And the amazing thing is, I'm not going to self-destruct about that. Previous Al would have definitely. Not this one. Because that is my line in the sand. No more! Now it's time to leave that sand behind me. Look forward. The seagulls. Here are the workouts I've been up to this week. First strength and conditioning workout done for the week. I'd like to try to do 2 of these each week to see how I can make that makes a bit of a difference. This one concentrating more on upper body because I want to take some load off the calves and no jumping or anything like that after the hard MoRun. So it's more upper body, something I really lack. Even doing a press up, I'm normally having to do it on my knees. I love to be able to do proper press ups to ground. The shoulder taps, I was struggling. I do 3 rounds of those. And finally, the farmer's carry was something a bit different. I haven't done that before, but thankfully I've got some 20 kg weights just lying around. And so just walking around the house carrying some weights. It doesn't take into account when I'm finished the workout, I then got to put them back. That should be part of the workout as well. Putting all the gear back as well. Shower time. 40-minute easy run. Trying to do it about 3 out of 10 effort. Try to get it done as well before the weather changes because it's the UK, so it can change quick. I know there's some sleet coming, so it's not quite snow. It's that rubbish kind of snow, sleet. My hands always get cold, so I've got the gloves and start coming off the runs. Easy runs. It just feels like at times waste of a workout. I ran about 5k and took it really easy. But stick with the program, stick with the training. It's all about building that base. That's an easy run. And it's about 2 kilometers slower than kind of my threshold benchmark run there. So that's about bang on what I should be doing. So there's 2 strength and conditioning workouts done this week. Just what I'm aiming for, to do at least 2. Look, I know I'm not very good at press ups, you can tell, but I can't get my chest to the ground. But we've all got to start somewhere, right? If you don't start, you'll never get there. I feel quite good about these structured workouts, much more tailored towards what I'm trying to do, much more just towards me, because I used to just watch YouTube and videos, keep fit videos, things like that. So a lot of the time I was just exercising muscles I didn't need. So at least this is targeted for what I want to do. And that's to find the best version of myself and to cheers to those personal bests once again. Well, that was chilly. With my rain hands, my hands sort of tingle out there. Easy long run done. And long run not by distance but by time. Just 70 minutes, regardless of how far. 70 minutes. That's it. I've been trying to watch what I've been eating this week. I used to snack quite a lot, so just trying to stick to meals. But between meals, being absolutely famished. So I have to admit, this happened. Domino's Christmas pizzas. So feeling a little bit guilty. It's good for a long run today. The odd treat now and again is fine, isn't it? As long as it's not all the time. I've had my treat. Now back on it and back to the comeback project. I'll see what the damage is in the scales now. But yeah, that was cold. But I've always been consistent. I've always been stubborn. Not many runners out there, strangely. Shower time. Week 1 is done. It wasn't perfect. Doesn't need to be. Just needs to be the best you can do. I've cheated and had pizza this week. But don't let that one cheat turn it into an avalanche of bad habits. You do not want an avalanche of Haribo. Haribo avalanche. Ugh. You can fall off the horse. It's allowed. But as long as you get back on that comeback project horse, don't let one glorious doughy delight define who you are. You are what you eat. Don't become a pizza. You are what you eat. That's a strange thing to say, isn't it? I don't think that's true. You are what you eat. You can't outrun a bad diet. I understand that. I think I've been doing that. You are what you eat. What would be the best thing to eat to turn into? There's a question for the comments. Comments. Our in-game comment quiz that I've just invented. The question is, you are what you eat. What would be the best thing to eat? Other moments this week, yeah, I've had some lows. It's me. I do struggle with my mental health. On Sunday was particularly hard for me. I was thinking, why would anyone follow me? I'm no good at anything. Excuse the bad language, but everything turned to shit in the end anyway. What's the point? But that's a moment in time, not your belief. There's other factors at play there. That isn't the true you. Outside factors like stress, pressure, finances, looking at other people's successes even though you work just as hard or if not more, and you're wondering why. Life's just not fair. Why should I carry on? But when you're in that thought process, you're not looking for what you do well. You're not looking for your successes. You're just searching for the negatives and just hanging on to them. What you've got to remember is, this too shall pass. So however you're feeling, it'll pass. It's not your belief. It's just a moment in time. This too shall pass. And then you can get back on the comeback project horse with me. Giddy up. MoRun showed me exactly where I was, not where I want to be, not where I used to be, but also not who I am. Finishing in 68 minutes. That's not who I am. Nah. The weather at times this week has been pretty bad, but it's the UK, the northeast of England. Even in summer it's pretty bad. Now winter is coming. Jon Snow was right, and it has been snowing, but I've been out there running in the Jon Snow. I faced it, the weights, the weather, the doubts, the challenging mindsets. This too shall pass. This comeback project isn't going to be quick. I'm not going to walk out the door and come back in and go, bing, 6-pack. Well, that'll be quite cool though. It's not going to be dramatic, and it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But every session this week, every early morning, every run, every snowflake in the eye is proof that I'm coming back. I'm looking for personal best once again. Where did I leave him? So this is the end of week 1 and the beginning of something real. The Personal Best project has started, and I'm only going to get stronger. Join me. Follow me. run alongside me. We can do this together. We'll smash it.